For kinds of people who can hurt you. Let's start with that. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay. Some people enter with smiles, but carry hidden intentions. They don't always hurt you with harsh words. Sometimes it's silence, manipulation, or subtle envy. You won't always see it coming, but you'll feel it over time. Drained energy, shaken confidence, and second-guessing yourself. In this video, we'll explore 4 kinds of people who can quietly hurt you if you're not paying attention. It's not about hate, it's about protection. Learn the patterns, trust your gut, and protect your peace before it's broken. 1. The fake supporter. At first, Liam thought Evan was his biggest cheerleader. He clapped at every win, commented on every post, and called him bro like they were family. But over time, Liam noticed something strange. Evan's support only came when he was doing well. When Liam struggled, Evan vanished or mocked him subtly. He wasn't a friend. He was a fan of success. Fake supporters celebrate your victories, but secretly hope for your fall. Liam learned that real loyalty shows up when you're down, not just when you're shining. He distanced himself, realizing fake support is worse than honest criticism. 2. The chronic victim. Sophie met Maya in college. At first, she felt sympathy. Maya always had a story of betrayal or bad luck. But months in, Sophie noticed a pattern. Maya blamed everyone: teachers, friends, her family. She never took ownership. Sophie offered advice, support, even money, but nothing changed. It drained her. Chronic victims manipulate by guilt, keeping you emotionally trapped in their cycle. They refuse to grow and pull you down with them. Sophie finally realized that compassion doesn't mean self-sacrifice. She let go, choosing peace over emotional exhaustion. Sometimes, loving from a distance is the only way to stay whole. 3. The envious friend. Marcus and Jay grew up together. They shared dreams, failures, and everything in between. But as Marcus started succeeding, Jay's mood shifted. Jokes turned into jabs. Praise came laced with sarcasm. "Must be nice," Jay would say, eyes empty. Envy doesn't always shout. It whispers behind smiles. Marcus wanted to believe it was nothing. But over time, the tension grew toxic. Friends who secretly compete with you can't celebrate your growth. They compare, resent, and eventually sabotage. Marcus chose to walk away. He understood that real friends aren't just around. They're proud of your wins as if they were their own. 4. The manipulative charmer. Emma met Lucas at work. He was charismatic, always knowing what to say. At first, she felt seen, valued, even special. But soon, she felt off balance, unsure if her thoughts were her own. Lucas would twist facts, gaslight her subtly, and make her question her worth. Manipulators use charm as a mask. They know how to control without force, through guilt, flattery, and confusion. Emma's confidence slowly eroded until she woke up and saw the pattern. Leaving wasn't easy, but it was necessary. She realized charm without consistency is a red flag. Real connection doesn't require control. 5. When trust feels earned too fast. Jordan had a rule: trust slowly. But when he met Nick, everything moved fast. They bonded overnight, shared secrets too soon, and became like brothers within days. At first, it felt special, but that intensity was a trap. One wrong move, and Nick flipped, using everything Jordan said against him. Fast trust isn't always real trust. Some people rush connection to break boundaries faster. Jordan learned that trust isn't built in moments. It's tested over time. From then on, he listened more than he shared. Not out of fear, but wisdom. The right people won't rush what's meant to grow slowly. 6. Smiles that hide intentions. At her new job, Priya was welcomed by everyone, but especially by Layla, who seemed overly helpful. At first, Priya felt lucky, but when mistakes happened, it was always Priya's name in the manager's inbox, never Layla's. The compliments started feeling sharp. Priya realized Layla smiled wide, but moved quietly. Not all harm comes loud. Some people hurt you with whispers, not punches. Smiles can hide agendas. Priya stopped sharing everything, started observing more, and protected her energy. Kindness is powerful, but only when it's honest. She learned that not every friendly face is a friend. 7. People who keep score. Daniel's cousin, Andre, always reminded him of what he owed. Remember when I helped you move? You owe me for that favor. Every good deed came with a price. At first, Daniel thought it was playful, but it became clear Andre never gave freely. Relationships aren't transactions. Scorekeepers don't give, they invest with expectation. And when you can't pay them back, they punish with guilt. Daniel realized that respect can't be bought or tracked. He began surrounding himself with people who give from the heart, not from a scoreboard. True generosity asks for nothing in return. 8. Energy drainers in disguise. Nina loved her childhood friend, Tara, but after every meetup, she felt emotionally exhausted. Tara complained nonstop, talked only about herself, and dismissed Nina's dreams. It wasn't obvious toxicity, it was subtle depletion. Not all hurt feels sharp. Some feels heavy. Energy drainers pull from you without giving anything back. Nina struggled with guilt. Was she being selfish? Eventually, she learned, protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's essential. She reduced contact, prioritized her well-being, and felt lighter. Not every bond should be lifelong. Some people are meant to teach you boundaries, not stay in your inner circle forever. 9. Those who preach but don't practice. Eric admired his mentor, Julian. He always gave great advice, discipline, honesty, consistency. But behind the scenes, Julian was messy, dishonest, and careless. Eric was torn. How could someone so wise live so poorly? That contradiction became a warning. People who preach values they don't live by can quietly erode your own. Eric learned to separate words from actions. Inspiration isn't about what someone says, it's about how they live. He stopped idolizing and started observing. Respect is earned in private, not just performed in public. 10. Those who guilt you into loyalty. Riaz's aunt always said, family never turns its back. But that phrase came up only when Riaz set boundaries. Every no was met with emotional blackmail. After all I've done for you, Riaz began to realize, love doesn't manipulate. Loyalty shouldn't come from fear. People who use guilt as glue don't want connection, they want control. It took courage, but Riaz stood firm. Saying no didn't make her ungrateful. It made her strong. Not everyone deserves unlimited access just because they hold a title. Respect is mutual, or it's just quiet control. 11. When jealousy hides as advice. Dev often shared his business ideas with his friend Karen, who always responded, "Are you sure that'll work?" Or, "That's risky, maybe don't do it." At first, Dev thought Karen cared. But after years of delays and second-guessing, he realized the truth. Karen wasn't protecting him. He was projecting his fear. Jealousy often shows up as concern. People discourage what threatens their comfort. Dev stopped asking for advice from people who never dared to try. He moved in silence. And finally, forward. 12. People who laugh when you dream. When Naomi told her friends she wanted to write a book, they laughed. You? An author? It stung. They weren't strangers. They were people she grew up with. But Naomi soon learned a painful truth. People who haven't found their purpose often mock yours. Laughter is their armor against what challenges them. Naomi wrote the book anyway. When it hit the shelves, those same friends went silent. She no longer needed their validation. She had her voice. Let your dreams be louder than their doubt. 13. Kindness without boundaries isn't safe. Tom always tried to be the nice guy. He helped everyone, never said no, and apologized even when he wasn't wrong. But the more he gave, the more people took. Being kind without boundaries made him a target. He realized kindness is only powerful when paired with self-respect. The people who truly valued him respected when he said no. He stopped over-explaining, set limits, and chose peace over people-pleasing. That shift changed everything. Kindness isn't weakness, but without boundaries, it becomes self-betrayal. 14. The silent competitor. Arav thought Sam was his best friend. They studied together, hung out daily, but Arav noticed something off. Every time he achieved something, Sam did too, suspiciously soon. He'd downplay Arav's success, then try to outshine him. Arav realized Sam didn't want to grow with him. He wanted to stay ahead of him. Not all competitors are enemies. Some are sitting beside you, smiling. Arav stopped sharing every move. He focused inward, let his results speak, and released the need for constant approval. Not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. 15. You choose who hurts you twice. The first time someone hurts you, it's on them. The second time, it's on you. Life taught all of them, Liam, Sophie, Marcus, and the rest, that pain is inevitable, but patterns are optional. Respecting yourself means recognizing who drains you, doubts you, or distorts your truth. The most dangerous people aren't always obvious. They're often quiet, smiling, close. The last words. The pain people cause often teaches us the clearest lessons. Who to trust, who to keep at a distance, and who to walk away from for good. You owe no one